What
was that?
We're fine.
Oh.
Hey.
Oh! Oh!
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, that was all you.
Okay, I'm done. Yeah.
Sam, you take over. I'm going to the bathroom.
Okay,
Let's see how far you can get before I get back.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the midst of something groundbreaking. Behold, the first 5 minutes, or the first, 2 minutes of a Gregless kind of place.
You know what? Now that we have control over this channel, just for these couple short minutes, or perhaps seconds, what should we do with it?
I mean, spoil Reb for people. That'd be fun.
I think we just need to, let's take this in a new direction. I think instead of playing video games, we should play, like, old-fashioned card games that your grandparents play, like bridge.
Like cribbage.
Yeah, let's play cribbage.
Is cribbage a card game?
What is cribbage?
I don't know.
Let's play bridge or something.
It's just when I think of like old people games, I think cribbage.
It's a very old people word.
Yeah. I do want to say though, I have because I'm a voice actor on Reb, I do have to say to the audience. I don't know when this is coming out, but I have to say to the audience, I have seen the first episode of Reb, and it is fucking marvelous.
I'm excited.
Very, very.
I know very little about it, so.
Yeah, you'll recognize me. I'm the one who's not doing the great voice. Every other voice actor is fucking amazing. Hey, we're talking about your show.
Did you go fast?
Mm-hmm. we also spoiled the ending, though.
Spoiled the ending of Reb, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one I don't know.
Oh, you mean the alternate one that I kept in my secret safe all these years?
The one where Reb...
The secret recipe.
The one where...
Yeah.
That's the second time you spoiled on the
How
show.
is that a spoiler?
If you haven't read Harry Potter at this point...
Alright, awesome
then
music.
read Harry Potter. Yeah.
And then...
Okay, here's the thing
one
I'd
where
like to...
Reb teaches Luke Skywalker the Jedi
But Dumbledore
ways.
was Rosebud all along.
Guys, the thing about spoilers for old movies is, yes, they're old, but if they're really good, then I don't ever want to spoil them. That's why I'll never spoil Avatar: The Last Airbender. I'll never spoil Spirited Away.
Who would spoil those?
I know. That's it. Avatar: The Last Airbender. That's 10 years old.
Oh, I thought you meant the movie.
Hey,
No, it's not 10
It is
years
10 years.
old.
Avatar: The Last Airbender started in 2005.
No, it didn't.
Actually, a few months.
2000. Oh,
No,
that was 10 years ago.
No, Grant. About a month ago, it exactly turned 10. I believe.
Wow, 2005 was 10 years ago.
Yes.
I feel like old people when they're like, "What? 1934 was a long ass time ago? What?"
Yep, that's what they say.
Yeah, long ass time ago.
My grandma said that just the other day.
I'm old as
Okay,
shit.
here's one of those things.
I don't know, but there's an extra mission where you have to like free one of them.
Oh,
or no,
they're-
you have to find one of them.
Okay, so they're like people, but they're all hula hoop.
Like, as opposed to most Hulu.
Yeah.
Mostly. That's like I've said, I can suspend my disbelief for a lot of things in this game because it's a video game, it's silly, but I want an explanation for those things.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know what those mummy things are.
As long as there's an explanation that can just be, it's magic, fuck you. That's a good enough explanation for most things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as it's consistent.
If it's grounded within the reality of itself,
Yeah.
Yeah.
then yes, that's what I always say.
That's
about
why-
If it contradicts itself, then no.
That's why in cartoons, I can usually go along with them a lot better if they don't try to explain shit.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
it's like Adventure Time. So many weird things happen in that show, but I'm just like, okay, it's a weird show. That's fine.
Yeah. And if it does try and explain something, the explanation, it'll be consistent.
Yeah.
It'll be weird, but it's consistent. That's what I like.
gonna-
But its explanation is,
I was gonna wait for our
Guys, we have a parrot. Alright.
I was gonna wait for our like cartoon discussion episode to talk about this, but
Whatever.
before I forget, just I was talking about this with somebody that we were talking about.
I'll take this part.
Okay, we were talking about just how Cartoon Network is shit now.
It's actually not now.
Well, let's just talk.
Alright. Yeah.
Let's talk the what is it called? The Amazing World of Gumball or whatever.
Yeah.
We were talking about this, like, things being grounded in the reality of itself. Like, SpongeBob, I know it's a Nickelodeon show, but whatever.
yeah.
Like, SpongeBob, you've got a bunch of characters. You got a sea sponge, a starfish, a crab, and you've even got a squirrel who, became trapped at the bottom of the sea, and I can believe that.
They explain it.
Yeah.
And it's easy to believe.
So, And of course they're all talking like underwater creatures and whatnot that have their own like weird human-like society, whatnot. But it's a cartoon that stays consistent within the amount of like these are sea creatures and whatnot.
Yeah.
The Amazing World of Gumball, it's like here's a dinosaur, and here's a cat. And and this one's it's just let's throw a bunch of random shit together and see what we can make.
I'm gonna come to that show's defense and say that is the style they're going for. The whole point of that show is to be a mishmash. Because the thing about the show is there's flash animation, there's 3D animation, there's like stop motion, there's like everything, and that kind of adds and the thing is I haven't seen a whole lot of it, but I've seen videos, and the way they light the show actually makes it all kind of fit together. And it actually looks, and on top of that, the show is actually pretty funny. So I'm gonna go.
Interesting. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's look it up. It's actually really good. I mean, I haven't seen a whole lot of it, so I can't judge if on the whole it's good. But from what I've seen, it's a pretty good show.
Okay. Oh, by the way, I think we're about to see the most dangerous thing ever.
Oh yeah,
in this game.
Coming up a little bit. Yeah.
I think this is one where you actually do have to kind of shoot. Oh yeah, you do, because
hey, since we're on the topic of cartoons and this is a Sonic game, can we take a minute to acknowledge the fact that Sonic has had 5 cartoons?
Yes, and how many
Shows?
were good?
Yes.
We got
5 shows.
We got
Yes.
Sonic Underground.
Here, in order. Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic the Hedgehog, which is Satam. Oh wait, there it is. That's dangerous.
And then...
That's very dangerous. He's just dangling.
Sonic Underground, Sonic X,
And then
Sonic Boom.
Yeah.
Fucking...
None of them are completely good.
All
Some
right.
of them have good qualities.
Here's the thing. Sonic X was
Awful.
It was shitty, but it was still a Sonic show.
It was the closest they got to the games, I'll give it that, but it was still
and
awful.
because it was based on the games, even though we had Chris Thorndike for whatever reason.
If it wasn't for Sonic Underground, I consider that the worst one.
Yeah. But, okay, so we've got Sonic X, which is shit, but which is still Sonic, and it's still Sonic story and whatnot. Sonic Boom... Sonic Boom is just a Cartoon Network cartoon that happens to have Sonic characters. Fucking nothing happens in that show.
It's just an episodic, just whatever.
Yeah,
Shoot,
absolutely nothing happens.
But I've seen like a bunch of episodes of that show because I wanted to give it a chance, and I'd say that is the most 50-50 I've been on a show ever. Because it's like half the time I'm just like, this is really bad, and then half the time I'm like, that's actually pretty funny. It's like they must have a bunch of different writers on that show because sometimes it's actually pretty clever, and then other times it's just awful. And then there's the other show. Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog is the craziest, dumbest show on the planet, but in that regard, it's so bad it's good. It is so fun to watch.
Which one was the... If somebody touches you inappropriately...
That's Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, okay.
That's Sonic Says, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sonic Says.
Sonic Says...
If you think it's cool to climb in a dryer, then you're really all wet.
Wait.
That is not.
That is one. That is one.
Are you kidding me?
That is one. Oh,
if you think... Okay, here's the problem. It's like, you're not like, hey, man, you know what'd be really cool? I dare you to climb in the dryer. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna climb in the... It's not like... I don't know. It's not like kids climb in dryers for the same reason they like smoke cigarettes or something. It's like, wow, look at that person's climbing in the dryer. They look so cool. I wish I could be like them.
By the way, we just shot into the urethra, and I just made everybody watching cringe.
Yeah, me
and I would have too if I wasn't saying it, because that's my least favorite word in the English language.
Shoot. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Into.
I hate the.
We only have 9 emblems.
We're not trying to get any.
What are emblems?
They're like. Fuck it. They're emblems. We're not explaining those. I'm sick of explaining shit.
But.
What's that? There's no landing gear in this mode.
Then change the fucking mode.
Oh no! You can just fly around for a bit and then change it and go back in for the landing.
Yeah.
And we crashed.
Oh, are we on the... I hate this level. It's coming up.
Oh yeah.
This is one of my least favorite levels.
We're not gonna give this to Grant because that would just be sadistic.
No. We'll be here for hours.
I'm probably gonna be here for hours anyway.
We're doing the whole game.
We don't have that much longer.
No, actually, it's 3 more levels. We're making fairly good time, even if we're fucking around for a bit.
Okay, people watching this.
Yeah.
All right. Greg and I just played this casually one day. People watching this, is there not an Eggman playroom on the egg carrier somewhere? Because there totally is.
Well, no, because the thing is, I thought we found it. I thought we found it, and then you said that wasn't it.
Yeah, we found...
And I was like, I don't know what else it could be.
We found...
He said it.
Oh yeah, let's use the same soundbite from a bunch...
I like
In fact, this is also the final boss music.
Yeah.
That sky texture. Skybox.
They just changed.
Just go with it.
Did they change the frame rate for?
Change shape.
Oh wait, this is a weird cutscene.
Like, they gave him eyelids for just that one portion, just so he could look disappointed.
Yeah. Tails got...
And that's really the only expression in this game that's, like, accurate.
Yeah.
That's not like, hey!
Wow!
Whoa! Or Tails,
That's it. Now, this game has the Sonic 06 problem of having not enough expressions, but this came out,
when that was acceptable.
yeah. 6 years, or 7 years earlier, I believe.
I was always impressed by Legend of Zelda's like ability to have lots of different expressions, if not in the same character. Lots of
Into
different
the
characters had the one good
Yeah.
expression.
My favorite is the guy who's like the chief of the construction worker people who just goes,
Yeah.
Okay, wait, am I taking this one?
Yes.
Okay.
Please.